find it, throw your whole heart into doing it and do it very well. Very, very well. You see, when you are doing what you love to do, you seem to have a continuous flow of excitement, energy, and ideas to do what you are doing even better. Like they say, if there's a better way to do it, find it. There's always a better way to do what you're already doing. So this becomes the seed for starting your own business. The question is, what do you really love to do? What do you have a flair for? This is one of the greatest secrets of those who are financially successful. Check it out. In whatever field, whatever area, they have immersed themselves into doing what they love to do. Any luck? Sorry, sir? Oh, fantastic. Well, okay, yes, well, it is the same thing. This is, all right, no problem. Yeah, let's go to the second, third slide now. The next one. Yes. Okay, here, I said begins with an idea. On the top, there's a quotation, the red part, there's a quotation by one fellow called Duncan. He says, innovation is the ability to convert ideas into invoices. In other words, innovation or your idea is the ability to make money from it, to make money from that idea. So ideas are useless on themselves if you cannot make money from it. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. If you cannot do great things, because sometimes people say, you want to start big, create a big bang, but it doesn't always work that way. If you're not able to do it that way, at least the little you can do, make a difference by doing it in a great way. Can we go on to the next slide? There is no prosperity, trade, there's no art, there's no great material wealth of any kind that you cannot trace back to a thought that it was rooted in from an individual. Okay, I think you are beginning to see it now. I'm sure we must have heard of the saying that ideas rule the world. Ideas rule the world. A fellow called Demosthenes said, small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises. So please, for those who are thinking of starting small, even the Bible says it, that you should not despise the days of humble beginnings. That small idea that you have, that may seem small, can become something that will rule the world tomorrow. Now, I want us to really pay attention to this next one, tips for generating ideas. Tips for generating ideas. So, like we have already agreed, every business is a seed of an idea. An idea is the seed that becomes the big businesses that we have all over the world today. Bill Gates was just one man. He had an idea, and the idea is ruling the world today. Mark Zuckerberg, he had an idea. I mean, there's almost no person who is not on Facebook or something. It just came as an idea. An idea. Now, so how do you generate those ideas? Because there are people who they tell that, they have money to do business, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Now, a good business starts with a good business idea. A clear idea of the sort of business you want to engage in. A clear idea, no ambiguity. You know that this is what I want to do. A business idea is a concept that can be used for financial gain. And it is usually centered on a product or service that can be offered for money. Remember, on the first day, I told us to learn to value or to put a value on our talents, on our gifts, because you can turn that into a money spinner. Now, how do you identify a good business idea? A good business idea will answer the following questions. It will seek to provide an answer to the following questions. Number one, this idea that I have, which need will that business idea satisfy in the life of a prospective client? This idea, which need will it satisfy? Putting that in a different way, what problem will my business be solving? What problem will my business be solving? Because if you are able to solve people's problems, they will pay anything for it. The second question, what specific product or service will fulfill that need? Now, there is a need. There is something that will fulfill the need. What is that thing? Okay, for example, let me use the example of you have an idea. Okay, let me give this true life example. There's a friend of ours, several years ago. He came up with the idea of starting or parboiled food, let me call it almost ready-made food, like soup. He will get all the ingredients together, put it together. All you just need to do when you just get home, pour it in 2-3 minutes. It's ready. Now, can somebody tell me who that the demographic of the person or the kind of person that will appeal to? Can somebody just tell me? Sorry? Fantastic. Awesome. Yes. Bachelor, but you see, ironically, you know the people who patronize him the most? Married women, career women. Because they have, like you are here now. When will you get home to begin to cook for your husband? So, what was he selling? What was the idea? The idea was not food. He was selling convenience. Because if it was a case of selling food, you could go to any fast food joint. There's Burger King. You could go to anywhere and buy whatever. But he was selling convenience. So, I want you to begin to juggle your mind. When you have an idea for business, what is the value proposition? What are you bringing to the table? That is the reason why somebody can do the same thing every other person is doing and succeed at it. And succeed at it because he is bringing value. He's bringing value. He's bringing value. So a good business idea will not only answer the which need it will meet or the what product will fulfill that need. It will also answer the third thing, who will the business sell to? Who who will the business sell to? Now, this is talking about your customer profile, demographics of your clientele, location, and all that. A lot of businesses feel, like I said, because they have not created a niche for themselves. No matter how good your product is, trust me, you were not sent to everybody. No. You were not sent to everybody. Even gospel, sir. Jesus Christ said, I was sent to the lost house of Israel. Apostle Paul said he was sent to the Gentiles. You see, a lot of people feel because in the desire for them to satisfy every need, they are not satisfying anybody. Like I said, just like you said, that fellow was targeting bachelors. So if he came to an organization, for example, he would be looking for people who he knows needs his services. I mean, he would not go to the MD or no. I mean, the MD probably has several stewards, cooks, and all that. The MD's wife doesn't necessarily even have to cook. So he knows those to target, the middle cadre staff. The middle cadre staff. So a good business idea should be able to target a specific and identifiable group of people. You know, these are the people who I want to face. Not spreading yourself too thinly. So a good business idea will offer value to its customers at the right price and make profit for the promoters. Then finally, when you have a good business idea, it will not only answer the which, what, and the who, it will answer the how will this business sell its services or its products to its prospects. This is where the need for a business plan comes in. The success of every venture, whether corporate or a charity, depend largely on the personality and the skill of the promoters. Now, what I want to do, I want you to begin to ask yourself whether you have what it takes to start a business, to run a business. We will go through some things and then we'll move on from there. The more entrepreneurial skills you have, the more likely you are to succeed in a business. Now, the truth is, just as there are various kinds of businesses, the skill sets that you need, they differ depending on the kind of business that you want to run. However, I mean, it is a sine qua non. It is, you cannot do without, what you cannot do without, if you don't have, the attributes that will make you succeed, outstanding in business, you must sit down first to determine whether do I have these attributes or not. If you don't have it, then there is a problem. If I'll go back to the cash flow quadrant again, I said it earlier on, there's a difference between the entrepreneur on the left bottom and the business owner on the right bottom. One of the major differences, or the major difference, is that the business owner on the right top of the quadrant, I mean, he doesn't have to run the business by himself. So what he does is that he gets people, smart people who have the skills, competent people in the various areas to run the business for them. So what they do is they leverage on the skills of other people. Now, I want us to do a bit of exercise. Please, if you have a piece of paper, I want you to bring out a piece of paper You are going to write for yourself a sheet of paper. You are going to write for yourself. Have a sheet of paper. Big enough paper. You will keep that for yourself. So don't write, don't, and then you don't have to tear it out of your, if you have a notebook, please leave it inside of it. Now, I want to give us what I call the formula or the factors that can help you decide whether you are cut out to run a business or not. So on the left side, top left side of your paper, write skill, S-K-I-L, the skill, top left side. On the top left side, write skill. Then towards the right, I want 2 columns there, not very, very big columns. One, strength. Then the other, weakness. Your strength, your weakness. Just write, Have we done that? Can somebody show me what he or she has done so I will know whether you have done it right? Yes, fantastic. That's right. You are using your phone. It's a bit small though. Okay. No. What I wanted was, something like this. Something like this. Yes. Okay, 3 columns. Just call it. But the last 2 columns, they don't have to be really that big because all I just want you to do, you just stick there. Now, by the way, is there any person here, just by show of hands, you already have an idea of what kind of business you want to do? Can I see you just, wave your hand? You already have an idea. Awesome. All right. Now, having that business at the back of your mind. So even if you don't have, Now, for every business to succeed, there is what we call the technical skill. So under the skill, write technical. Technical. This will include, the practical abilities required to produce or to provide products, services that you have identified in the idea you already have. For example, if I use the example I gave about somebody who started a business to meet the need of bachelors or the career who is very, very busy. Catering. Now, the technical skill there will be ability to do what? To cook. So for that idea you have, do you have the technical ability? If you do, you will tick under strength. If you don't, tick under weakness. Are we still together? Then, the next thing you will write under the skill is business management skill. Business management skill. Now, this will cover things like marketing skills, sales skills, management, decision-making skills, and so on and so forth. Because there are so many, many things that makes a business succeed. So if you have those business management skills, for example, if you had gone to school and you did business management or marketing, or some of those, like even banking and finance, accounting, so it will be a strength, so you will tick on that strength. If you have not done any of all things, you give up.